So are you frustrated with your cool season lawn turning brown every year? And it seems like you're just in the same cycle every single year. Every year you're overseeding in the fall and you're just tired of it turning brown and dying. Well, today I'm going to answer a very popular question, and I actually got this on my private Facebook group. And we're going to talk about, really it's a twofold question. We're going to talk about how to choose the right grass seed so that you can eliminate that problem, but then also kind of what you need to do for the aftercare. Before we get into the video, if you are not part of my private Facebook group, please consider joining. It's a great way to ask questions, help others. We have one goal here, especially on my channel, and that is helping everybody get the lawn that they want. That's really why I have my channel. It's called the DIY Lawn Coach for a reason. So please, I'll leave a link down below. Consider joining that channel. You would be a great asset. Let's get into the question. He says, I live in New Jersey. So we're talking about a cool season lawn, and that is really important. We'll talk about that in just a second. He says, my main issue is the grass browning in the summer. I am researching types of grass that handle the sun better than others. So any thoughts or a comparison would be much appreciated. Thank you. Love the question. And again, I really appreciate the question. This is going to help so many people because this is a really popular topic, right? It's the middle of summer. You're frustrated. You're doing the same thing every year. You're overseeding with grass, and it just seems to turn brown every single year. And yes, it is frustrating. I did it for years, and it wasn't really until I changed my cultural practices that I really kind of got over the hump. And we'll talk about that in a second because that's probably more important than the actual grass that you're growing. All right, so he says he lives in New Jersey. Now that's an important distinction because that is a northern state, so he's probably growing a cool season lawn. All right, so where you live is extremely important when it comes to selecting your grass type. All right, you want to pick a grass type. So Kentucky bluegrass, perennial ryegrass, Kentucky bluegrass, if I already said that, tall fescue. All right, you want to grow those and in the environment that they're going to be successful. Now, I live in the transition zone in North Carolina, so we can kind of have a little mix of both. Right now, our cool season lawn's not doing so well. Bermuda is thriving, but in the transition zone, you can kind of do both. Up in New Jersey, having a warm season grass would probably really struggle. Now, you're going to have a hard time buying Bermuda grass or establishing Bermuda grass in an area where it's not designed. But depending on where you live in different parts of the country, you need to do your research and make sure that you're selecting the right type of grass. Okay, so make sure you're growing a cool season lawn in a cool season area. All right, really, really important. Because you're going to beat your head against the wall if you're trying to grow a grass type it's not designed to grow in. All right, so that kind of answers the what type of grass. Now, it sounds like he's looking more towards like variety, right? Like what variety of, say, Kentucky bluegrass or ryegrass or tall fescue. Well, here's the advice I would give you. The first thing is decide what grass type you want. So let's say you want Kentucky bluegrass, like that's the grass type that you want. You can jump online, do some in-depth trial research, just kind of read some articles. I would stick with blue tag certified seed. And the reason why is because they're selected for a reason, because they are drought resistant. They're more fungus resistant. They're newer cultivars. One of the biggest things that I see with homeowners is they're going to the big box store or they're going to the seed superstore or something like that here locally or whatever, and they're buying cheap grass seed. It's cheap for a reason. It's because those are older cultivars. Well, some of the newer ones, like, so I have GCI's Spreader Elite, all right? And those are some newer cultivars of grass that are more drought tolerant. They have a much deeper, darker color just naturally without even having to apply fertilizer, all right? They're much more fungus resistant, drought resistant, bug resistant. These growers that are growing these grass seeds are picking grass seeds that take less inputs. And so you can go to in-depth and read those research articles and that sort of thing. But if you stick with a blue tag certified seed, you're gonna get a high quality grass seed, and that's the starting point. All right, and we're gonna talk about cultural practices here in just a minute, Because if you don't do those right, it doesn't matter how expensive or how nice or how premium your grass seed is. But that is a great place to start. GCI, absolutely recommend their seed because I've used it. My buddy Brad with Prime Fescue sells an incredible cultivar of grass seeds. I know he's way more knowledgeable than I am. You can go check out his website as well. But again, you want to pick the right grass seed for the right area, and then buy as high quality of grass seed as you can, because you're going to get a better cultivar. It's going to yield you a better product in the long run. Okay. So hopefully that answers that question. Now let's talk about cultural practice, because again, it doesn't matter how expensive or how nice of grass seed you buy. If you don't take care of it correctly, then it's all for naught. All right. I don't care. Even though he says he lives in New Jersey, like, it still gets hot and humid. I mean, the sun just came out from behind a cloud. It's a bazillion degrees out here. So really quick, guys, hit that like button for me, please. I'm out here sweating, making a video, and that would really help me out. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. All right, enough about that. But your cultural practices. I was watching a video the other day, or a short the other day, and this guy owns a lawn care channel, and he was talking about how all of his customers are complaining about their grass turning brown, You guys are mowing your grass to death. The biggest reason why you have a brown lawn in the summer is because you're mowing it too short and you're mowing it to death, especially Cools's lawns. Now look, I know it can be confusing, because when you jump on YouTube right now and you watch all these videos, you watch these creators and they're talking about mowing and feeding and mowing and feeding. Well, chances are they probably have a warm season turf. And if you don't know the difference, you're going to make that mistake. And I get it. I understand it. But you're mowing your lawn to death. All right. How tall should you mow your grass? Well, sometimes you have a push mower that maybe doesn't tell you like the height. The best thing to do is set it on the highest setting for the rest of the year and just leave it alone. All right. That's probably going to be 3.5 to 4 inches. But guys, that mowing at 2 inches or 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, that's why your lawn is ultimately turning brown. All right. And the other reason is you're not watering it. I mean, you have to water your lawn. It's a plant. It's a living thing. It needs water. So you need to make sure you're getting down 1 inch of water per week. When it's really, really hot and the sun is really intense, you may have to crank that up to 1.5 inches. So again, it's the grass seed is one part of the equation, but how you care for it is a completely different. He says his lawn turns brown every year. Well, is that brown because of fungus? Is that brown because of bugs? Do you have a schedule, a lawn plan to be able to take care of those bugs? Are you dealing with fungus? Do you get fungus every year because you're not putting down fungicide? I mean, you look at my lawn and it stays green all year long. The grass seed is only one part of it. How I mow is only one part of it. How I water it is only one part. It's lawn care, generally speaking, is not just the one thing that you do. It's everything cumulative together that leads you to the results that you see. So get on a lawn plan. If you've never looked at a lawn plan, lawn care is all about making the right applications at the right time. And depending on where you live, it's gonna vary a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to be the same thing every single year. And I know you jump on YouTube, you may be watching a video from 3 or 4 years ago that could be a springtime video, but you're watching it in the fall and it could be confusing. So get on a lawn plan and follow it. So choosing the right grass type, but how you care for it is probably even more important. So I would ask you, if your lawn is turning brown every year, look at your cultural practices. Are you feeding it at the right times, in the right amount? What is it, like 70% of most homeowners only feed their lawn once a year, and that happens in spring? I mean, how do you expect to have a bodybuilder, that doesn't eat protein and work out and go to the gym? It's not going to happen. Well, you're not going to get a lawn with results like that if you're only feeding once a year. All right. So it's how you mow, it's how you water, it's how you feed, it's everything, but it starts with a high quality grass seed. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much. Again, please consider joining my private Facebook page. I'd love to have you. I love questions like this because this is real life stuff. These are real problems. These are real people struggling. And my goal here on my channel is just to help them out. So consider subscribing, join the page, like the video, share it with all your buddies, as my buddy Pete would say. I'll see you guys later. Peace.